Hey everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Weaverdice Vegas. I hope you enjoy this episode as the Brain Bros deal with the consequences of the narrative curveball they threw at the end of their last adventure. If you tweet about Weaverdice Vegas with hashtag We've Got Dice, no punctuation, we'll work your name and Twitter handle into the show, and if you become a patron of Doof Media at patreon.com/doofmedia, you can participate in the generation of powers that the friends and foes of our villainous band will be using in this show. Last time on Weaverdice Vegas.
The thing that always kept me with the high rollers was we were kind of like a family. Snake Eyes trying to kill me at least once. I'm not feeling too much of the family vibes. Maybe it's time to change the way my life is headed. Become one of the good guys.
What? Fuck that.
Well, I mean, I probably could get into Harvard if I worked as a protector for a while.
We've all done some stuff, but you know what? They're good guys, and they're kind of honor-bound to give us a second chance. I know those sissies.
Billy Thompson. A good guy.
I have something here that I would like to offer as a token of our change of heart for the good.
Our sumptuous bodies.
No, young Billy.
What?
This case of green sody pop.
Hex comes in through the door. You notice her eyes fix on the vials. So after you were captured, you were immediately taken to an annex building by a handful of PRT soldiers, and you were put in 3 different holding cells. The PRT troopers didn't even disarm you, actually. They didn't frisk you or anything, which puzzles you greatly. In fact, they actually just seemed to be in a really big hurry to put you in there and then get away. So you're each in cages made out of wire mesh that hums with electricity, and the cage itself is surrounded by laser turrets. And what surprises you is that they just leave you in there for about 2 hours. So we're going to go over what you guys get up to in 2 hours of solitary confinement.
So we're not together. We're each alone, right?
You're each alone.
Okay.
But let's go to Metric first, and we might find an interesting wrinkle though. So, Metric.
Yeah.
You stayed up all night the previous night.
Yeah.
Wired out of your mind on dog empathy pills.
Yeah.
And as soon as you sit down in your holding cell, you pass out.
All right.
And you're in a great domed structure, maybe like a huge tent, maybe a cathedral. You can't really tell. The ceiling is too far away, and you're surrounded by gaily dancing revelers all spinning and laughing to a lilting melody. But you yourself are withdrawn. This isn't really your scene. You've always had trouble relating to people, and you've always... And the other people have always held you in a kind of awe, although you wish you could connect. Your brother tries to cajole you into joining the festivities, but he quickly gives up. He's a man of action, and he can't really relate to your lack of confidence here. But later, your sister swirls by you and laughingly drags you out into the chaos of the dance floor, and her smile is infectious, and soon, despite yourself, you find yourself laughing along with her. And then there's a shudder and darkness, and the distant ceiling is lit with the orange of reflected fire. And then you wake up.
Oh, all right. That was weird. These are these siblings that I don't have again, right?
Yes, you don't have any siblings.
Yeah, I would know that.
Yes.
All right, that's extremely disconcerting still.
Very disturbing. Good.
Kind of wondering why I haven't told anyone else about these dreams at this point, but...
Well, can't tell them now.
Yeah, that's true.
But for you, though, during that big brawl, and prior to that, actually, when your visor was being scrambled by Fugazi's signal, your visor was actually gathering a lot of data on various sources of background EM. And at the time, you dismiss this as noise, but it occurs to you as you sit in confinement that a lot of it is structured. So I suppose you can't help but start to analyze it. And you realize that you were seeing a lot of various mind-affecting powers interacting with each other, and your EM readings are just the spillover of those effects. So
Well,
as you have some time, go ahead.
no, that might explain why we just suddenly turned all of ourselves into the cops. But yeah, okay, go on.
Yeah, it might. So since you have some time, two ideas occur to you, and you figure you have, since you're being left alone and you still have everything that you had on you, you could either tweak your Weeper to serve as a signal amplifier for certain kinds of transmission. This tech is inspired by both brain fog's ability to speak into people's minds and partly by some of the mood-altering powers that you were able to record. So as long as a person nearby is carrying a Weeper on their person, and as long as Apotheosis, your drone, is within 100 feet of both of you, you and anyone else carrying a Weeper can communicate telepathically. Crucially, App is generating and managing the signal. The Weeper is just a necessary but not sufficient signal booster.
Of course, I mean, you couldn't possibly fit all that technology in there.
No, because you're only really good at drone stuff.
Right.
Number two, you could break down the Weeper that you're carrying and the extra fruit declover that you happen to have.
Of course.
And use them to build an extra charge or data trinket from your C-list of equipment that you have.
Huh. Well,
So those are your two options.
I mean, clearly I'm going with the telepathic Weeper option because that's just... Actually, well, who... Do I remember who all has Weepers at the moment?
I think that you know that both of your teammates have Weepers at the very least.
All
and
right.
also, if it helps you make your decision, App is like hovering around the building,
Yeah.
kind of doing perimeter.
Right, of course. Okay, yeah, we're going Weeper, full Weeper.
Okay. So brain fog, I think it probably takes him a good hour and a half to do that. So
Okay.
pretty much the last thing that happened with you was that you realized your buddy was non-responsive, and now he's actually been taken away from you, and you've been locked in this cell, and you're just kind of alone with your thoughts.
Yeah. So I think for like the first 30 minutes, I'm like, trying to get out and testing the security system and like getting more and more frustrated. And then at some point I just like fall into a corner and just get really quiet. And then I start muttering to myself stuff like, fuck, Justin, I can't believe it happened again. Oh, shit, what did I do? Oh, Eric's gonna be so pissed. And stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So basically just completely melting down.
Yeah. Well, I don't think, I don't think my character would describe it that way.
No.
But
No.
yes, yes.
He's having a manly moment, actually. Yeah. And I think it's probably fair to say that he doesn't actually spend a lot of time alone anyway.
No. This is like, I think for most people it would probably take more than half an hour for this solitary confinement to really get to someone. I would not say so for brain fog. That's why it happened so quickly.
Okay, that'll make sense. Tex, so you are in the middle of some kind of profound crisis of loyalty and worldview. So what do you get up to for an hour and a half of sitting in a cell?
Does Skip have a Weeper?
So he's more than 150. He's more than 100 feet away, but he would still receive a normal bleep. So
The text, yeah. The text
let's say that. Yeah, sure. Let's say that. I mean, basically, Metric hands those things out to anyone who will take them.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's much of a stretch to say that Skip is like a nice enough guy to be like, sure, I'll take one of those off your hands, thanks.
All right. Well, I send him a quick bleep that says, Helter Skelter tried to kill you. Don't trust him. At some on a little vacation right now. Be back at some point. And then I just get, since they didn't take any of my stuff, I just get out a cigarette and have a smoke and kind of sit meditatively,
Okay.
pondering.
All right. So at a certain point, I'm going to actually say you guys are going to maybe have 5 or 10 minutes to talk. At a certain point, let's let Metric explain what happens actually.
Hey, guys.
What the fuck? What? Ghosts?
Bill, can you hear me? Did it work? It actually worked. Oh my god, it worked. Billy, is Rusty there? Rusty.
How'd you get in my brain?
Can't even have myself a good think without you interrupting me.
What's up, dude?
We can talk. We can talk to each other now.
Well, that makes perfect sense. What the hell's going on, Metric?
Well, first, I've been having these really, really weird dreams about siblings that I actually don't have. Have either of you guys been having these dreams?
Nope.
No.
Huh.
Seems pretty fucking low priority. What are we doing in fucking Protectorate office?
Right. Oh yeah. So, why? What's Rusty? What's the plan?
Why the fuck did we let you talk us into this?
Well, first of all, I have to question the wisdom of you two just going along with everything I say all the time.
Aren't you the leader?
Yeah, you have clearly more experience than us in these things.
Look, don't you guys worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. I'm figuring this whole situation out. Y'all don't really know anything anyway, so if they ask you questions, just, be yourselves.
Oh, you don't gotta worry about that, buddy.
All right, I guess. Well,
Okay. Go ahead.
no, that's. I think we're ready.
Okay. So
We're so bad at this.
so in the middle, so as you're winding up, some PRT soldiers come down the hall and they grab Brain Fog first out of his cell, and they, assuming he doesn't resist or anything, they lead him to. They actually bring him over to the building next door, attached through like a hallway, and into an interrogation room. And they sit him down in the room and do the classic thing where he gets to sit in the like sterile, creepy interrogation room for a few minutes, wondering what's going on. So I guess I'll just give you a freebie that you can still hear your friends in your head.
Okay.
If you so choose.
And I can technically communicate with them, right? Because
Correct.
I don't have to speak for it to work, yeah?
Right.
Exactly.
So I could
yes.
relay the whole conversation to them if I wanted.
You could. Yes. So finally, after a long time, a hero in a brightly colored outfit with a long cape. Of course, you recognize this guy. He comes in. It's Paragon. Paragon steps behind the metal interrogation table and slaps down a folder intimidatingly and looks at you. Brain Fog, small-time mugger, captured on camera, robbing drunks off the strip. Breaker/changer. Your victims can never seem to remember what happened afterward, even when we have video footage. Why don't you tell me how that works?
I'm not telling you shit.
He kind of folds his arms and then is like, why did you come in if you're not telling us shit?
It was all Rusty's idea.
He shakes his head and pinches his nose as if this makes sense, and then you notice him look at the one-way mirror with kind of a meaningful glance. And then he says, he kind of like sighs and says, "Look, kid, we know you can edit memories. I need details. How does this work? How this goes for you depends very much on your honesty here. Can you read minds?"
Yeah.
Okay, so you could look into someone's mind and see what they did recently.
Totally.
Okay, great. This is great. All right. Okay,
guys,
next question.
Guys, I'm lying to these people.
Good job, man.
Keep it up, Billy. Keep it up.
So he like flips through like some notes in the folders. Could you make someone remember that they had already done something they haven't done yet? Could you change, for example, just the location of a memory without changing anything else about it?
Totally.
Great. This is okay.
It's easy.
All right. Brain Fog, I think we might be able to help you here.
Wait, how?
And then he just leaves.
Can I be a hero? Wait. Hey.
So you're still in the room. So next, a couple of soldiers come to get Rusty, and assuming nothing goes awry, they take you down the hallway to a separate interrogation room.
I walk without resisting.
Okay. And the person who comes into this interrogation room is a woman wearing white armor and a white cape. Radiant greets you. Tex.
Well, howdy there, Radiant. Seems we meet once again.
Yes, it's quite a thing to see you here. Tex, a.k.a. Rusty Greer, you've been a thorn in our side for years. And today you just turn yourself in? What the hell's going on?
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to y'all about. You see, the thing is, well, the Protectorate is just goddamn ineffectual. I haven't been hiding or nothing. You know where our hideout is. And you just been letting us operate in all sorts of nefarious criminal ways for over 20 years. And, well, seems to me that maybe y'all could use a little bit of help getting this shit under control. Are you a fan of literature, Radiant?
As a matter of fact, I am, actually. And I'm completely baffled, but continue.
Have you ever read the novel Suicide Squad?
No, I'm not familiar with that one. Is that Dostoevsky? Is that like is that Russian literature?
Well, I can't necessarily remember who wrote it, but the main idea is there's sometimes stuff that needs to be done that, well, just can't really be done up on the level, if you get my drift. You've got all these rules about not hurting no one and not exploding their identities and all this. And, well, it seems to me if you had, in this book, they had a team of criminals who weren't afraid to get their hands dirty, taking care of the stuff that needs to get taken care of. Now, this city's a goddamn travesty. Do you agree?
Well, I think you definitely agree, but I also think, I think that I definitely agree, but I also think that I'm probably the wrong person to be making this pitch to there, Rusty. This is actually your plan?
I turn to the two-way mirror.
Okay.
And say, have you read the Suicide Squad?
Nothing happens. And she's kind of shaking her head, and she's like, oh, all right. Look, level with me here. Are you involved with this thing?
What thing?
And now she just squints at you like she's trying to read you. Okay.
Look, I brought you some sody pop as a sign of good faith.
All right. Look, we'll deal with you thugs, the high rollers and loose cannons and all that garbage in due time, but does the name Gold Sunrise mean anything to you?
Nope.
She again stares at you for a while, and then looks like she believes you, and then looks at the mirror and then says, I'll be back. And then she walks out.
Do we know what the Golden Sunrise is, guys?
I don't.
Guys, what's going on over there?
Oh, they're just doing their hero thing.
Are we gonna be superheroes?
Well, I'm not sure.
Me neither.
Metric, you hear someone coming to get you.
All right.
So
Here we go.
You're brought to yet another interrogation room. This one's a bit larger than the other two, although you wouldn't know that because you didn't see the other two. And there's actually a TV on the wall in this one.
All right.
So the guy who comes in and sits across from you do recognize, but not in you've only seen him once. You recognize him as Double Jeopardy.
Oh.
And he sits down across from you with his own folder, and he takes his sweet time tidying the folder and flipping through pages. It says, Metric, so mysterious. Let's see what your deal is. And then he just stares at you.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. You once threw a ball, and then he looks like he's concentrating a lot, for your dog to catch.
Yeah.
And stop me if this sounds familiar.
I mean, yeah.
It nailed your dog in the head.
Yeah.
And you feel more guilty about this than anything you've ever done in your life.
Well, you can't just throw a ball and hit your own animal, right? That's That's maybe the saddest thing that is possible for a human to do. Do you have a pet?
I have a cat.
Have you ever thrown? Have you ever given your cat like catnip and then like thrown something for your cat and then it just like totally nailed your cat in the face while it was on catnip?
Yes.
Was that the worst thing that has ever happened to you in your life?
He looks at the mirror and he's like, "This interview is over," and he walks out. Actually, yeah. So he walks out, and then Radiant comes in and says, "What the hell? Okay, well, you're a tinker, yes?
Allegedly.
You make bombs?
I mean,
Dimensional weapons?
Oh, I mean, we're kind of messing.
Don't lie to me.
Well, so one,
We know you're a part of this.
this is
Did
getting
you
out
make
of
the
hand.
device?
I'm not really giving me an opportunity to answer. One, most tinkers can probably make bombs because we have access to extra dimensional knowledge that's pretty out of this world if you think about it. But I don't think I've made any bombs in recent history. I'd have to think for a bit. But what are you talking about?
So finally, she looks at the mirror again and kind of nods. And the next thing that happens is Rusty and Brain Fog, you're both brought under guard into this room where Metric is sitting. And you can't help but notice as you're walking through the halls of the PRT headquarters that there don't seem to be nearly as many personnel around as you would have expected. It's literally just Radiant and Paragon escorting you in. There's hardly any PRT soldiers. There's no other staff. And as they seat you all in the room together.
Is this our introduction to the Hero Squad meeting?
We don't have to watch any of those stupid HR videos, do we?
No. Paragon says no, not HR videos. We'll get to that. Radiant and then Radiant mutters to Double Jeopardy. What do you think, DJ? And Double Jeopardy stares at both of the newcomers. First, Brain Fog. He says, "This kid doesn't feel any remorse for the muggings. I'll tell you that, but feels terrible about something. Let's see. Looks like he's done something to a friend.
What the?
Killed?
Good.
No. Close, but somehow wrong. Betrayed? Closer. Hard to get images. It's abstract.
I feel like this is breaking some kind of law.
I get so upset that I go fog form.
Okay.
And what's going to happen?
Interesting.
And I'm going to try to erase that from his head.
Okay, well, so
jeez.
everyone kind of takes fighting stances, but Paragon is like, "Calm down, kid. All right. Look, we just want to talk.
Get him the fuck out of my head."
All right, back off, Double Jeopardy." Double Jeopardy like waves his hand. He's like, "All right. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. It's your thing, man."
I still really want to erase his memory.
It's interesting that no one could actually tell that's what you were doing, so you could probably try.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I got a 6.
Okay. All right, what do you do?
Can I just do I have to, I don't remember how this works. Do I have to sub it out or can I just get rid of it?
I think you could just get rid of it, but you could get rid of it, but you could just get rid of it, but he would know that you did that. Whereas
No, so I'm just going to say he read me and nothing about anything I'm guilty for he picked up on.
Okay, all right. Okay.
And instead, he says, I'm definitely not guilty for the, I'm definitely not guilty about the muggings. And he seems oddly excited about the prospect of becoming a hero.
Okay. I think in his mind, first of all, he doesn't know you're doing this to him.
Yeah.
And second of all, he's kind of already backed off from you because Paragon ordered him to. So he's not even going to say anything about that. He just remembers that now.
Okay. All right, fine. I have backed off and I definitely didn't do anything.
Yeah. He's actually a little bit perturbed because his power doesn't allow him to to know when people are excited about things. It only allows him to know when people are guilty about things. So
Oops.
that throws him off. But you already made that mistake. So maybe he'll figure that out later.
Oh no.
Then he turns to Rusty and says, "Are you gonna make a fuss if I take a look at you?"
Yep.
Yeah, you can't. None of us. Back off. We came to you, remember?
And he looks at Paragon and he's like, "Are you sure about this? I don't trust these guys like at all. I mean, they're not even remotely cooperative."
We brought you the
you good
fucking
guys
7-Up.
Thought you good guys weren't allowed to fuck with people's brains.
Yeah.
Seems to me that's a lot more evil than shooting someone in the leg or...
Oh,
Wait, hold up. I have to stop fucking with people's brains if I become a good guy?
it was
Well, don't know.
Standard passive sensing power. It's completely permissible. He wasn't manipulating you. Relax. And then Radiant says to the other two, "All right, anything you pick up make you think that we can't use them for this specifically?" And Double Jeopardy is just like, "Oh, I wouldn't let him babysit my kids, and I didn't get to read Rusty." Getting a really weird vibe on the frat kid. But I'm not reading any connection to this situation.
Yeah. What is this situation?
Radiant says, "Should we show them?" And Paragon says, well, he still thinks it's the right approach, despite his predisposition to the situation and the parties involved. And Eyes and Ears, for what it's worth, says that she didn't see any involvement from these three. And then
That's
finally,
nice because we did that. Good job, guys.
It always pays to be polite to people. You guys remember that. I'm saying in my head.
Of course.
so finally he nods, and then Radiant turns on the TV. And now you're watching a news feed from a major news station, and there's an aerial view that circles the remains of what seems to have been a large apartment building. And it's been completely destroyed, and a spherical region near the center of the debris is just gone. And it seems obvious that powers were involved here.
Hey, we didn't do that.
Paragon narrates, "The bomb detonated a few hours ago. The apartment building was empty. This was just a demonstration. The bomber called us shortly before the detonation and told us that they would blow up 3 more locations if their demands weren't met by noon today. The Hotel Thebes, the ZTZ Grand, and the First National Bank. We've evacuated the ZTZ and the bank, but it seems that there are hundreds of people trapped inside the Thebes Hotel. We're not yet sure how exactly." And then the door opens, and 2 PRT soldiers drag somebody into the room. For all appearances, it's just a construction worker wearing like a yellow neon vest. And then Radiant says, "I caught this guy placing a Tinker device at the ZTZ Grand. He deployed it before I could stop him, and our experts have suggested that we leave the devices alone until we understand them better." And then, after having presented all of this to you, the 3 hero capes look at each other, and finally, Double Jeopardy says, "Look, we have it on, let's say, good authority that the best way out of the situation is to hand it over to you guys. Thinker stuff, precog stuff, you get it? We're having a hard time with this ourselves."
Hey, Double Jeopardy.
I'm not
Yeah.
having a hard time with it.
I'll take Who is a Fucking Douchebag for 400, please.
Frankly-
it's a Jeopardy reference.
Well, that's mighty topical of you, young brain fog.
Thanks, man.
Why did I choose this name? Frankly, I would like to lodge a formal complaint that I think it's incredibly suspicious that these 3 decided to turn themselves in today of all days with this going on.
To
Trust
be honest,
me.
we're kind of surprised it's working ourselves.
And the other 2 were just like, "Look, he's never steered us wrong. You 3, I don't care. This is a henchman apprehended at the scene. We're going to walk out of this room. Don't hurt him in any way that can be detected. And then you can just walk out of this building."
Are you suggesting we form some sort of suicide squad?
I don't know what that means.
Well, I didn't know you were a fan of literature, brain fog.
That's such
you,
a great
buddy.
book.
So the 3 heroes leave, like, looking extremely despondent, and they leave you with the
Well,
henchman in the construction worker garb.
Well, boys, I must say I'm a little bit disappointed in the moral fortitude of the organization that we've just become a part of.
Kind of explains why they haven't really been able to catch us so far if they were this quick to just give us this.
I mean, it turns out the secret is just rolling up to hero organizations and saying you want to join them, and they just let you in.
Yeah, who would have
Sweet.
thought?
Well, Brain
Vegas
Fog,
is awesome.
I suppose you should get to work, with the inner what's-its of his mind.
Well, so, guys, here's the thing. I can't actually just read minds and stuff.
Well, we
You
just
could-
have to employ a bit of trickery.
Yeah. Are we saying this all out loud in front of this guy, by the way?
I mean,
I think we're
what Matt
in
has
our
what Matt
heads.
has done now is allowed us to talk in our heads for
All right.
the
Oh, yeah,
eternity. So
That's true.
Yeah. So actually, you're just staring at him coldly, doing this in your heads, and he himself is actually really disturbed that he's been handed over to villains. Hey guys, I'm look, just I don't know what's going on here. I was
hey,
working
buddy,
on the
I'm
sewer
gonna fuck with your brain in a bit. We're talking over here, kind of.
You could
You're talking.
you could convince him that he's already told us everything or half of everything, and then see if he keeps telling us everything.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, let me go ahead and try my little trick first.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, your trick is kind of scary, but it works.
I'm going to do the whole thing with the biology class and the fungus. And
Yeah, that's
Can we
a good
just
idea.
like hit fast forward on that?
Matt,
Kind of don't want
Matt
to
can-
watch.
He's getting like just the staring is making him extremely uncomfortable.
I squat down in front of him and go, well, do you know what my superhero name is?
I don't know anything. Oh my god! He just starts crying.
My superhero name is Mold.
Mold.
Yeah,
Mold, like the stuff that grows on bread and
yeah, the
and
stuff
is
that
toxic.
grows on bread and cures. It's an antibiotic. I hear and makes cheese, but
Isn't there a kind that like infects ants' brains and like they crawl up sticks of grass and it's something like that? They spread spores.
well, slightly disappointed you've heard of that, but
Wait, is that your power?
that is in fact my power.
So he just falls out of his chair onto his knees, and he's
So,
like, "Okay, all right. I was told that I was installing a teleporting device. Okay, that's what they said. I don't know what it really does. They said it was a teleporting device.
Well, do you have any more? Did you? Is it already? You don't have any more bits of it? It's just gone.
There were
what
three
does
other-
it look like and so forth?
It's like a cylinder with two prongs coming out of it. There were three other guys with me. They all had one of them, and all three of us went out to the hotel and we set them up around the building. Or I assume the other guys did. I was caught.
Who told you to put teleporting devices on? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
He finally seems a little hesitant to answer. The tirade of spilling his guts finally stops.
I got a plan. I get in his brain and I make him think that we cut his dick off. And then we'll cut some other stuff off if he doesn't tell
All right,
us.
all right, dude. What did you get out of this?
Oh, money.
And you thought it was gonna teleport people to another dimension or something?
I thought it was gonna teleport. I'm not entirely clear, actually. I think
So I still have my shotgun.
Okay. Yeah. Oddly.
I'm losing patience. I put it up to his knee,
Okay.
and I'm like, "Look, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow your fucking leg off. Second thing I'm gonna do is infect your brain through the wound and make you throw yourself off of a large building." Now,
And then
if
I'm
I
gonna
don't hear a
cut your
truthful
dick
answer, part one is going to commence henceforth.
My boss's name is Taker. He's a cape. Teleports.
Taker. Huh. Have you heard of
Who
Taker?
does Taker work for?
I don't know. He has a partner, but I don't remember. I don't remember her name. Okay.
What does she look like?
I really like my leg. I don't remember. She has a green skin-tight outfit, doesn't carry any weapons, green mask.
Not super
And
disambiguous.
what were you told was going to happen?
I was told that we were robbing these places and that it was going to involve teleportation somehow.
Well, that's respectable enough.
Guys,
You guys have any more questions for this guy?
I would like to just point out that we're like really good at torture.
So the options that seem most obvious would be
This is Matt's way of telling us to hurry up.
to check out the ZTZ Grand Hotel, to go to the bank, or to go to the Thebes Hotel. These are the three locations that were specified as being the targets of the bombing threat.
All right. Well, there was the one that had people in it. So I propose as our first act as heroes, we go and save a building full of people.
Okay,
Sounds
that's
reasonable.
The Thebes Hotel.
Should we bring this dude with us? Because like we like to kidnap people.
Probably.
Well, I don't think anyone really cares much about this guy. In fact, those heroes were even willing to let me blow this guy's knee off. So
Yeah, I
But he
was
could-
seriously
yeah,
going to
well,
cut
pause.
his dick off.
Pause. He knows what the weird taker tech looks like. We should at least have him be able to like point things out or like point to where. Let's just bring him. He'll be useful. I'm sure he'll be useful.
How do you guys keep all the names of these capes straight? I'm so confused.
Well,
we got a whole department working for us now. We can always just phone back. Did you give them a bleeper?
oh, that's a great idea. I like. I
What
walk
you
out
got
the
to
door.
do is you got to set them up with those bleepers because those things.
Doesn't
are
that
an
mean they
amazing
can hear our
technology.
thoughts? How's this
No, it's
tech work?
selective. It's look. You just whoever you want to hear your thoughts obviously is the one who gets to hear your thoughts.
But how do I control that?
You just think something and don't want me to hear it. I see. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything at all. Look at that.
No, you do. You do. Rusty is currently thinking about boobs. Or not Rusty.
Wait,
sorry, Billy. Billy.
Brain fog.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, no, wait. Money. Boobs.
All right. Whatever, Billy. Rusty, you
Turn
understand.
it off.
Let's give our little hero friends one of these bleepers, and then we can get on out of here.
Alrighty. We just, I guess they said we could walk out the front door, so we do that.
Yeah.
So,
I just like leave some bleepers all over the place in their building.
just throw them. So wait, we just like we turned ourselves in, and they took us and gave us a case, and now we just get to leave.
Yeah, I think we're cops now.
And all those crimes we did, they're just gone.
I mean,
Perry.
to be fair, there's not really like real justice in this world if you think about it. Like Rusty said, we probably would have been like arrested decades ago if they actually cared about justice.
Shit, hang on,
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna go rob someone real quick.
I mean, it probably wouldn't stop you.
There'll be plenty of time for that later, my foggy friend.
All right.
All right. Do you remember what car you took here?
Hey, wait.
I think we were in someone else's van or something. Brain fog. What happened to your friend?
I don't know. Come on, we don't have time. Let's go.
Well, I suppose they're not going to hurt him.
I mean,
All right, let's
maybe.
get going over to the hotel.
Okay. So you guys get into your vehicle and you make your way to the Hotel Thebes, which you all know where these three locations are because they're all like major, large Las Vegas structures that no one could miss or not know about.
Is there anything like symbolically meaningful about the placement of these structures as if viewed from a map?
They're probably close to in a line with each other because these are all like on kind of the major thoroughfare like strip, or at least the two banks are.
Are they, like,
at
equally
least
spaced?
The two hotels are equally spaced. Not really. They're
Okay.
just no. There doesn't seem
Nothing.
to be any Kabbalistic meaning in their spacing.
All right, that's what I was getting at. All right.
okay.
I'm also, I guess, gonna bleep to whoever picked up our bleepers at the protectorate. We're gonna try to clear the hotel. You guys look for the cylinder things at the other places.
Okay.
So because there's assuming they've got people out, might as well hit them all simultaneously.
Okay. You don't get any response because even if someone were looking at the bleeper, they wouldn't have any idea how to respond.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm gonna
I'm assuming they overheard anyway. So
I'm gonna bleep to my boy Eric, tell him to meet us at the hotel, or assume I did that on the way over.
Okay.
All right.
And I think it's also safe to assume that App has been following over the car as you've driven.
Of course.
Yeah. So you get there. There's like a fairly like wide, what's the word? Area that's been cleared and with like police tape keeping people away from the building. But as you approach the line, it's clear that the police know like to look for people of your description because they let you through.
This is awesome.
We're the law around these parts, apparently.
All right. I activate my visor as we're approaching the building.
Okay. So are you close enough for your visor to be in range?
Yes.
I guess you're just going to drive right up to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you do see that there are actually a few people kind of patrolling the halls inside the building, like a small handful. You're able to notice.
Do I see any cylinders?
I mean, you might have to move around more because it's a pretty big building, and I think your range wouldn't really capture like the whole building.
All right. Well, I guess we drive in at least one loop around the building.
Are there hostages in the floors with these people walking around, or
what's your range again, Metric?
Man, I don't remember. Whatever is narratively interesting.
I don't know if it works like that.
I'm looking at my.
I think that you wouldn't see any hostages because it's a pretty big building, and yeah, you wouldn't see them.
All right.
Okay, so they're like on the first floor or whatever. These guards that are walking around.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you see there, Metric?
Oh, I just see people patrolling, and that's about it.
All right. Well, these are clearly bad people. So what we're going to do is kill them all.
Well, I mean,
we're the Suicide Squad. And this is the kind of thing that the Protectorate isn't able to do above ground.
The problem with killing them all is I'm pretty sure that the Protectorate would just put us on the kill list. That's one of those things that they seem to actually care about.
Here's the thing. From their perspective, it'll look like they killed each other.
Oh,
brain fog.
If we can manage that, then yeah, sure.
If you could sneak your gaseous self in there and make one of them think that the other one just shot at him, we could start a whole heck of chaos.
Yeah, that seems like something I would have absolutely no moral qualm with doing.
Very well.
Awesome.
Let us proceed.
All right.
Let's
we still have the other guy, right?
Yeah, sure.
So one more time, what does the cylinder thing look like? It's like a smooth cylinder, or is it like
it's got some red and green flashing lights. I think it's got two prongs.
Lights, really?
It's got two prongs coming off the top of it. He told us to point the prongs kind of toward the building.
So you was it at it? It was inside the building, or it was like outside the building, pointing at the building.
He was actually rigging a different building.
Okay.
Which one?
He was rigging the ZTZ Grand, which is the other of the two hotels.
Okay, well, first, before we even go in here, let's go and disarm that situation. Because we know where that one is.
Okay.
They haven't... I thought they'd already... Okay. That makes sense, I suppose.
Or was he caught doing it?
He was caught doing it, but he had already finished setting it up, and the Tinkers told Radiant not to touch it because they didn't know what it did.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well, we know what it does. So, Guy.
Yes?
Can you walk Metric through the setup process here so that maybe he can reverse it?
Yeah, sure. So you set it on the ground, and then you push a button on top.
Wow.
And then, did any of the lights blink or something?
I don't remember.
I'm just gonna be
well,
honest with you guys. I
best
probably
remember.
won't be able to do anything with this, but maybe I can. So let's try anyway.
So, but we can point it at something else.
Well, but if we touch it, it might just trigger it. If we try and tamper with it, it might trigger it.
Well, that's fine because those buildings are empty. So this will be our test.
That's
bomb.
a good point. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm ready.
So, all right, we abandon our initial plan or put it on hold. Actually,
oh, man.
well, let's put it. We could do it simultaneously, but it's more fun probably if we stay together. So, well, we can do it. Let's do it simultaneously. All right. So, we're gonna have brain fog go in and make the people start killing each other by messing with their memories and thinking that they've already been shot at. And Metric and I and the guy are going to go over and perform a few experiments on the cylinder bombs that we know about.
I like it.
Okay.
Commence plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Then we're gonna have to alternate between people. So I guess since you guys are driving, we'll stick with brain fog for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you're going inside.
Yeah. I'm inside in smoky form. So
Okay.
there's all these people at the checkout counter, like, what the? Oh. What is this hotel?
So let's see. Like you once you're inside, you see one or two guys in construction vests, kind of like the other guy. Seems to be kind of a uniform at this point. And you also see like a large tinker device in the lobby. Since I guess you probably went in like the front door.
Yeah.
In the lobby, there's like a giant tinker device that just if you had to like draw a picture of a bomb, then it would look like this. That's what this picture looks like.
Well, that makes it easy.
Okay.
So wait. So there are these guys just standing around, and we're assuming they're bad guys. So I'm going to have them kill each other.
They have like kind of tinkerish looking guns, if that helps. It's up to you though.
Yeah. No. I'm free and clear. Let's do it.
That's enough. Green light.
Okay.
Hope
Oh,
there.
I love being a hero. You don't have to feel guilty about any of this shit.
That's because we have justice on our side.
Exactly.
This is what moral righteousness feels like.
Okay. So how many are there, Matt?
Well, you see two, but you know you're basically on one hallway, and there's other hallways. It's a fairly extensive area.
Okay. This is gonna take all my brain fogging.
Can you roll like a notice check, a wits check?
Sure. Wits. 4.
Okay, yeah. So you just notice like there's a kind of a indistinct sound coming from kind of deeper into the building that you identify as being like an amplified voice speaking over a microphone, and it's just kind of continuing and you know like that kind of thing.
Huh. Okay. So I'm gonna mosey on up to the one on the right.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna fog him.
What the hell? All right, roll.
Man. So okay, I got a 5, but
Okay.
I got to modifier it, and I don't know. This is definitely not a small edit.
Okay.
So I mean, would it be a minus? Like, my rules say, like a -1 for a minute chunk of time or a big edit, and -2 for like a 5-minute chunk of time.
Okay.
But
We only need a few seconds of it.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
think this is a pretty big, like, to convince someone that's the other guy on the other side of the room is trying to kill him it's a pretty big edit.
So you actually mysteriously got a 6 on that roll,
Wow.
despite getting a 5 on it. So
Interesting.
if that affects your thinking there,
Why?
but it's a complete mystery to you. You just feel like your power is a little bit stronger.
Okay. I like it. I'm very happy about this. yeah. So basically, my thing is my plan is I'm going to convince him that the other guy just shot at him several times and he missed, but
Okay.
he's about to fire again.
All right.
And just see what happens.
All right. What the hell? Jared? Son of a bitch. And then he pulls the gun and he starts shooting at the other guy.
Hey.
This is awesome.
And let me see if he hits the other guy, actually. What the hell, Bartholomew?
What are these?
He misses. Jared, you son of a bitch. Anyway, these guys are just now shooting each other. They've actually... The first shot missed, so now it's just a firefight. It
Okay.
wasn't a clean takedown.
Okay, and I go over to the other one now. And I tell him that the other guy slept with his wife.
Okay. The reason I'm shooting at you is that you slept with my wife, you asshole.
Thank you for clearing that up. We will continue to shoot each other now.
So they're shooting like lightning bullets at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, it is surprisingly easy to fuck with people. when you can rewrite their
Yep.
memory.
There's
They
no
don't know.
order in this world anymore, brain fog.
There's my order. Okay, I'm coming.
All right. What do you do? Let's see. Yeah. What do you do next? Because that didn't really take very long.
Hey,
Next floor.
well, I mean,
go figure out what that
isn't the
voice is.
device like right in front of me?
That's probably a fake bomb. There's like
That's
no
like
way.
a different device. There's
or,
like
yeah.
there's like layers of things happening right now.
Okay, next floor. One floor up.
Okay.
Where's the voice coming from?
Well, so you go one floor up, and the voice is definitely louder now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I head towards the direction of the voice.
Okay. So fairly quickly, you get to the doors of what's obviously an auditorium. What do you do?
I sneaks these in.
Okay. So as you ooze through the doors of the auditorium, you see that it's basically a giant kind of one of those Vegas-style theaters with all the hostages all sitting in their seats, and they're all looking at the stage. And on the stage is a woman in a green suit with a green mask, and she's talking to all of them, and she's saying, "That's right, everything's fine. We're just gonna wait a little bit longer, and if anything goes wrong, you're just gonna kill yourselves. But don't worry right now. Everything's fine right now. Don't kill yourselves yet." Why don't you roll a wits roll?
Okay. 3.
Okay. You see that they're all holding things, and all of the people in the audience, they're all holding things in their hands.
Am I close enough to my teammates to do the mind weep?
No, the range is like 100 feet, and they've like started driving quite a while ago.
Shit.
So
And I'm in fog form, so I can't regular
you're in,
weep.
you're in fog form, and it's really debatable whether the weep thing would still work when the weeper itself is a cloud of gas that's being managed by your shard.
Oh,
anyway,
it would definitely work.
Look, yeah.
probably would
No?
actually.
Metric
Don't
says
you-
it would work.
Don't you dare speak ill of my boy Metric's powers.
Yeah. Since your body is probably like basically in a pocket dimension anyway, then yeah, whatever.
You know what? Your face is in a pocket dimension.
That's true.
Okay. So I'm just like not sure what to do now. I just kind of like I take a look all around the room and see if anything. Is there like a? It's like is wits the like the roll for search? I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Didn't I already do that though? Do I see?
You could spend. I mean, if you choose to spend some time on it, then we'll let you do it again.
Yeah, I'm like presuming that they can't see me or smell me. I'm wandering it's like a giant like hotel conference room, right? Like the big like ballroom type things.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wandering looking for stuff.
Okay, so
And I got a 1, so that's probably
Okay,
not going to go well.
yeah, you don't notice anything at all. What does inevitably you walk by some of the people, and as you walk by the hostages, you see that the thing they're holding in their hand, which you noticed before, most of them have some kind of like weapon, like a knife, or in some cases just like a glass in one hand, and in the other hand is a golden ticket. And
Can
as
I see what's on the golden ticket? Like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, if you try to read it, they say something along the lines of one ticket for the greatest show on earth or something like that. And but since you took some time to do this, the woman on the stage pauses in her kind of sonorous monologue and puts a hand to her ear and says, "What? Jared and Bartholomew are shooting at each other? What the hell? All right, handle the situation. Do I need to do anything about it? Okay. No, I need to stay here and manage these people. All right. If everything's fine, don't kill yourselves yet. That wasn't that big a deal." And then she kind of goes back to it.
Okay. So I don't recognize this lady, do I?
No, I mean she fits the description of the woman in green that you heard about before.
Okay.
Okay.
What was her name? What was her name again?
You didn't get her name.
She's just not like wearing a name tag or anything.
No.
It's unfortunate.
What was the other guy's name?
Taker.
Taker, that's right. Okay.
It's probably Maker. The Makers and the Takers. It's a very political podcast.
Yes, that's relevant.
So hold on. So, the thing that already went off was called an explosion, but there was just like a sphere missing from the center of the building, right?
Correct.
So for all we know, it did teleport something.
For all you know, I will say the building looked like it was just completely destroyed.
Well, yeah, that would happen if it got a chunk of it teleported out, though.
Right. Okay.
So if brain fog doesn't have any ideas, then I would say
He
that
certainly
the other guys
does not.
I would say the other guys have probably reached the other building by now, so we can switch the camera over there.
Okay. Where is this cylinder that this guy's taking us to?
So, like, if you go basically to the parking garage that's adjacent to the building, it's like inside the parking garage, but really close to the edge of the building proper.
And there's like protected people guarding it or something, I guess, because they know it's here.
Yeah, but they don't look happy about it.
Okay, I walk through and kind of like flash my wallet, even though there's nothing in there. And walk up to the cylinder device. Is it something you can pick up? I guess it is, because this guy put it there.
Well, hold your horses there, Rusty.
All right, I'm going to conduct a series of tests.
Guy, what's can we touch it without it doing anything? Do you got anything for us here?
I mean, he just said to deploy it, and he said that if it moved, then like our dimension, or maybe all of the dimensions, might be crooked afterward. I'm not sure exactly how he phrased it. Something about shear and dimensions twisting.
Huh.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
All right,
tearing.
I'm gonna give it the old look-see here. I activate my visor.
Okay. Yeah. So you see that it is in fact a very sophisticated tinker device beyond your understanding. Let's see. Roll wits to see. Like, do you have a particular skill that's like assess other tinkers' work? I thought you had something along those lines. Something to do with that. Maybe not.
That would be so useful right now.
I know you had a skill that was like about securing your tech, but which is not the same thing as this, but
I don't remember such a thing. But I'm gonna roll my wits now.
Okay.
I got a 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You can't really infer anything about how the device works.
All right.
I'm gonna
hold on.
I'm just gonna ask the dude something real quick.
All right, Rusty.
Now, when he gave you the instructions to deploy this, did he tell you to just put it somewhere in this building, pointed at that building, or did he give you like a sextant to get all the angles and crap right?
He pulls out a like a piece of blueprint paper, and he just hands it to you, and you can see that it's got like the parking garage and like a little very highly stylized and very professional looking little mark right where right where the generator is supposed to be. And then he says, yeah, and then he said to point the 2 prongs, and he kind of like indicates them with his finger on the actual device toward the building.
But not like,
All right.
he didn't tell you like the angle and with like a latitude and a longitude and whatnot. It was just like that way.
I mean, no, he didn't. I don't know what's
Well,
latitude
that
looks like.
That implies to me, Metric, that we've got quite a bit of leeway with this device. It's
Yeah,
sort of a
I
point and
think-
shoot sort of deal.
I think I agree. App, can you give this thing a look? Do you have any idea what's going on here?
Interesting. I'll roll for app.
All right.
Yes, sir. Allow me. My scanners are superior to yours, if you don't mind my saying so.
No, I mean, I made them that way on purpose.
Yes, that right, sir. Sir, it appears that there is a carrier wave signal being transmitted between the four devices, so I could enable you to locate the other 3. Additionally, the 4 devices appear to be narrow broadcasting their signal back to a 5th location.
That's interesting. Can you spoof the signal? Do you have that transmitter working on you?
The spoofer. I do not believe that you finished the spoofer module. I can
unfortunate.
give you I can quadrangulate. I hope you enjoyed that pun, sir. The signal.
Very good. Yeah, I would.
Well,
I would appreciate quadrangulation.
What kind of signal are we talking about here? Is this radio waves?
Electromagnetic spectrum, radio, microwave combination, tinker interdimensional stuff. You know how it goes.
I do not.
All right. Well, let's pass that on to the to our friends here, our compatriots.
Now, is this signal a repeating signal, or is it constantly changing?
It appears to be a repeating signal.
Does it say anything?
It is likely to be encrypted, sir. I cannot interpret it.
Well, that doesn't matter. As long as it is repeating, we can reproduce it.
Well, maybe. This interdimensional stuff can get pretty complicated. An app, can you really the spoofer really can't really do anything.
Well, the primary problem, sir, is that the 4 signals are being generated from 4 different locations. I would suspect that we would have to have 4 signal spoofers to create the same effect of the 4 waves arriving at the target location.
That's true.
But the
All right,
target
well-
location is only 2 blocks from here, sir. I don't.
Well, I'm not ready for that yet. All right, here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to take a stick, and I'm going to just poke it slightly to the left or right. So it's still pointing at the building, but just at a slightly different point on the building. Just to see what happens.
The old Billy method. Poke it with a stick.
Does anything change with regards to the signal or the world's reality, the nature of reality itself as I do so?
I mean, the whole building shudders as if struck by a small earthquake. Other than that, nothing.
Interesting. App, did you get any readings off of that?
Yes, sir. There was a high frequency disruption in the dimensional matrix. I don't have the sensors for this, sir. I don't know what's going on.
Well, thought I might ask. Well, I think I think this little thing is kind of anchored to that building, if you will.
I think you might be right, young Metric. I suppose what we should do is follow the source of the signal to the man behind the curtain. That was a Wizard of Oz reference for you youngsters.
I got that. I'm curious to know if we could pick up the building with this device, but I don't know if we should do it.
Ooh, well, that is a fun idea.
Let me try and lift. I like get down on the ground and I get very, very close to the cylinder, and I like just barely tip up the tip of the cylinder. What happens?
Is it just like a huge cracking sound and like a whole bunch of concrete falls off the facade of the building? and like thousands of windows shatter, I suppose.
Cool.
The PRT officers like shift uncomfortably. You sure you need to be touching that thing?
Well,
I
we
kind
might-
of flash my wallet again. It's all right. We're part of the Suicide Squad. Everything's fine here.
We might need to use this later, guys. Don't let anyone touch this, all right?
It's very
I'm
important.
not gonna let anyone touch it. Don't.
Very important that no one except us touches this.
I want to remind, like, I'm not even there, and y'all are fucking up this bad. This is
Yeah.
Fuck if anything,
Look,
we're
I just
learning.
want to drop a building on somebody later, all right?
One
so
of the
much to
cops
ask.
like walks away with his radio. He's like, I request clarification on our orders here.
All right, let's go track
All right,
down the
let's
signal.
go to the
App,
go to
lead
the guy.
us on.
Okay, so basically, a couple blocks over, there is a department store, and he floats over to kind of the like a ramp leading down into the loading area behind the department store, or like under the department store, I should say. And he's like, "Down there, sir. The signal originates under the building through these doors, I believe."
Metric, what's on the other side of these doors?
I look through the doors.
Okay, there's a crap load of Tinker equipment, and it looks like a Tinker workshop, basically. Just lots of Tinker stuff, and yeah, and
No people.
you don't see any people.
Interesting phrasing. It looks like a fantastic tinker shop, but I can't see anybody in there. But you can never really tell with traps tinkers put in their tinker shops.
I mean, I
Very
should say
well.
that it's a large enough area that you only see like part of it with your visor,
Really, really big tinker shop.
and furthermore, it's full of electronic stuff, so it's
Oh, yeah, it's just really hard to
disrupts-
see, yeah.
It disrupts your view. Yeah.
It's just really can't really read much. Probably Billy would be better to get in some intel in here if we had him. But,
Yep. Well, Billy is occupied with a very important mission at the moment, which we cannot speak out loud.
cut back to Billy.
Yeah.
Cut back to
Billy.
Billy. What's going on to Billy?
I'm like scratching my head. Well, proverbially scratching my head. I'm like, I guess I'll fuck with the chick in the green dress, and I just try to brain fart her.
Okay, she's like, what the hell? God, Jesus.
Man, I got another 6.
Okay,
It's amazing.
all right.
You're
You're gonna have to figure out what to do though. And mysteriously you got a 7, which doesn't actually mean anything. Or I suppose we'll give you like an extra notch on whatever. But yeah, the trick here is you're gonna have to figure out, what to do. I
All
think.
right, Billy's specialty: figuring out what to do. So is she the only one in the room besides the hostages?
Correct.
Rewrite the message the guy just gave her.
That's a good idea.
What was the message?
It was something about the guys were shooting each other.
Oh yeah. I'll do that. Or I'll make
Okay.
it seem like everything's going on great downstairs. Everything's fine now. Wait, don't I want her to leave? Shit. What do I want? What is my goal, guys?
I mean, you could like try and make her think that the message she's supposed to tell the people is something else, but
Yeah.
That seems
Billy, remember
risky.
your goal is very simple. It's to get all of the bad guys to kill each other.
oh, that's true. That's a much better goal.
Okay. Man, this could get really fucked up.
Shouldn't have taken hostages.
That's true. God, I feel this hero thing so vindicated. Okay, I'm gonna have her, Matt, think that she just got a message saying that Bartholomew and
Jared.
Jared have shot each other, or one of them has shot the other one, and now Jared is engaged in a firefight with 2 other people, and they need her immediately down there.
Okay. Oh my God. Damn it. No, I can't afford. Shit. All right, all of you, stay in your seats. First row, stand up. That's right. And they all stand up sluggishly. All right, that's it. You're going to follow me. We're going to go deal with this problem together, okay? Just come along. Stay close to me. Stay close to me. And she leaves the room, and the whole first row follows her, and everyone else just stays in their seats.
Okay.
And she leaves through the side doors.
Once she's gone, I reappear, and I'm
Okay.
like, "What's up?" So what
People-
do they do?
They look at you, like with kind of a normal human reaction of like a person appearing, but no one says anything. They're all just kind of very, very docile seeming.
Can you guys talk?
You hear like a faint scattering of like, yeah, I can talk. I can talk.
What's going on? What? Say again.
No, I think you're gonna have to pick someone.
Okay, I point. I point to a guy that's sitting there.
Yeah,
Talk.
Hi, yeah, we came to see the show. We got our tickets.
What's the show?
It's the greatest show on earth. You hold the ticket and everything's fine.
Why do you have a weapon in your hand?
So I can kill myself if Giver tells me to.
Oh my god, we were right about the name. Oh no, we weren't. It's give and take. I get it. That's clever, Matt.
Is it?
How about you guys just like leave now? The show's over.
Would you like a ticket? Would you like a ticket? Would you like a ticket?
No.
Would you like a ticket?
Everybody drop the tickets.
No. She told us to hold the tickets.
I'm gonna try to smack the ticket out of his hand without touching the ticket, Matt.
Okay. Okay. I guess roll to attack.
Sure. What do I add to that? I've never actually physically fought anything because I just turn into a mind guess. I rolled a 3. I don't know what I add to that. I don't have any brawn.
Yeah, I
I
think
feel like
that's.
fighting docile people probably isn't very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you still have to beat him though. Yeah, you beat him. So you knock it out of his hand, and he goes, "What the hell? Where am I? What the hell? Did you just hit me? What? Who are you?
Hi,
What the hell's going on here?"
I'm the hero, Brain Fog. And I puff up my chest. And I need your help to save these people.
Okay. What? They all look. Catherine, what's wrong? He's like waving his hands in front of the woman's eyes.
Dude, you gotta
next to him.
You gotta smack the golden tickets out of their hand. But whatever you do, don't touch the ticket, and then tell the person to do it to the next person, and then pass it on.
No, okay. So he successfully slaps it out of her hand.
How many people are here?
Reacts similarly. I think I said 200 earlier, and she took the first row.
So how many are there left? How long?
I mean, it's the wave. The wave has started. Basically.
How long does it take?
It takes about 3 minutes.
All right, back at the lab.
I mean, let's just like when we did the jump cut to Billy, I was like, he's gonna fuck all this up. But guys, let's just.
You're doing a good
That was
job.
great.
That
Yeah.
was fucking amazing.
I think we were made to be here.
All right. Yeah, we can cut back to the lab.
All right. Let's say we've done like a short circuit around the lab, and I guess we still haven't seen it.
Yeah, are there any other entrances or anything weird going on around the perimeter?
No, it's no.
All right. I'm gonna just try the door.
Okay. I guess it's probably gonna be locked. Yeah.
That's not an issue for me.
Okay.
I'm going to put in a breaching round into my shotgun
Okay.
and
Exciting.
blow the lock open.
Okay. Sound effects department. Okay. And then as the door swings open, you I suppose you step inside and you see it's actually a very large room, like very high ceiling with catwalks and devices everywhere and throbbing rings and a few things that look kind of like the thing that you found at the hotel. And high up on one of the catwalks, you see a guy standing in a costume with lots of like rings around his limbs, arms and legs and torso, and like with one around his head. And he looks down at you. His eyes drawn to the sound. And he says, "Aha! You'll never catch me, coppers!" And then he points like a pistol at you and fires.
Oh.
And
I rolled a 3.
strikes you and gives you a minor burn on your arm because it's like a lightning pistol.
Okay.
Like a minor wound.
Son of a bitch. Who the fuck does this guy think he is?
Hey, get down from there.
Haha, I'm Taker, the greatest thief in the world. And then he like...
I'm going to shoot at him with my normal shot
Okay.
while he's talking.
Okay. Okay.
I got a 2.
Okay.
Just
You hit him. Let's see. Buckshot.
I'm pretty far away.
Pretty far away.
Still really hurts.
Billy is saving
Yeah,
like
no.
190 people, and you're over there murdering
I'm
B-level
potentially
heroes.
saving the world, so shut up.
Yeah. So the hit like terribly wounds his let's see. Oh God. His leg. And he screams, "Ah!" and he falls. But before he hits the ground, he kind of like shimmers and sizzles, and then he like pops, and then you see him standing like across the room, leaning against a piece of equipment.
Is he still injured?
He's definitely still injured.
Okay. I'm going to reload my shotgun while all this is happening.
Hey,
Okay.
look, stop. Just don't move, and you won't get shotgunned again. Let's have a little negotiation here.
I've also like taken cover in whatever way I can
Okay.
to avoid getting shot myself.
Okay. Daniel, you have a turn. If you want to use it trying to negotiate.
Yeah,
You wanna do
and
something?
I'm also gonna signal App to silently and invisibly sneak up behind the guy, but not do anything yet.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll use your turn on that movement. So
All right.
at your next turn, he'll be closer to the guy.
All right.
Okay, so now it's his turn again. So because you're not taking cover, Daniel, he points the gun at you, and he says, "Aha, chumps! Aha, it's not a ransom. I'm gonna steal the whole casino. I'm gonna get it all. It's all gonna be Takers. Haha!" And then he fires. Roll.
That's an even worse plan than one of ours. 4.
He misses. Just kind of glances off of your awesome gray robe and doesn't damage you.
Look,
and now
that's-
it's okay. It's Rusty's turn again.
All right. I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
4.
You hit him again. He's actually closer, which was maybe not a good decision on his part, and it doesn't do much damage this time though. It hurts his the arm that's not holding the gun, but he's bleeding a lot though.
Okay.
Bleeding quite a lot, and now it's Daniel's turn.
look, Taker, you might want to stand down. We have you a little bit outmaneuvered here. No reason to fire that little lightning pistol again. I'm crouching now, a little bit behind cover.
Never.
All right,
Never.
I direct App to like slam down on his head with
Okay.
knocking out concussive force. Don't do this at
Okay.
home, kids.
All right, let's give you advantage on this because it's like from behind and he's not prepared at all.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna roll, I guess, because it's
yeah.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it strikes him quite hard, takes him completely unawares, and he's in fact it was a good enough roll that you can afford to like do that thing where you describe what the outcome you wanted, and so he's dazed on the floor and also bleeding out fairly quickly.
All right, let's go take care of that,
All right.
Rusty.
Yep. I think you've taken care of it pretty good there, Metric.
Oh yeah, we just need to make sure he doesn't die. You know.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
What else is going on in the room?
You guys are just like fucking killing people.
We've got moral righteousness on our side now. This man just tried to murder a whole city for all we know.
And Bartholomew probably killed Jared by now, so, got that going for you.
Look, they did that.
We're saving
the
lives.
city.
He shot first, by the
did.
way. This is self-defense.
Just using a gun. Just breaking the rules. You're a protectorate now, and you're using a gun. This is not good.
I'm more like kind of suicide.
Suddenly you get a bleep from Billy that's like, "Hey guys, I just saved 190 people. How are you doing?"
That can't be possible. He must be a bastard.
I just say, congrats.
So are you gonna? He's dying pretty quick.
Rusty, can you do the old mold thingy on this guy and maybe make him docile up at the same time?
It ain't worth the risk, as far as I can tell. We can call the protectorate and have them come do what they want with them. That seems like the morally righteous thing to do.
Well,
I send a tweet bleep back to the protectorate and say injured archvillain at this location.
Interesting. So that's
Arch villain.
that's all you're gonna do for this guy.
You're not gonna talk to him. You're not gonna.
all right, I'm gonna go over there and
I can't-
apply
Large-
pressure.
I shouldn't be
Pool of
saying
blood
anything
is
because
forming.
I'm not technically there. But
App, do you have it that medical suite? Is that updated yet? Can you?
No, sir.
Help me out here.
You never ever did a medical suite.
I
I think that
must
might
have been
have
on
just.
the to-do list.
Yeah, I think that was just in your mind, sir.
All right.
That-
Metric, figure out all these gadgets.
Hold on, if this guy dies, I'm pretty sure the protectorate's gonna be unhappy forever with us. So I'd start applying pressure to relevant wounds.
Okay. The worst one is probably his leg, which to the degree you know anything about anatomy suggests that it might have struck an artery.
All right, I'm like wrapping things around it and holding pressure. So this was really your plan. You were gonna literally teleport a casino somewhere, and you thought that wouldn't bring holy terror down upon your head, kid.
Would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling.
There's a person. All right, whatever. Rusty, you really are not gonna do any of your healing.
I don't even have any healing powers.
That is a lie. That is actually a lie.
As far as the protector knows.
Do I see like a medical kit anywhere?
I mean, you'd have to look around.
App, look around for anything medically related.
This guy's gonna be dead in about 2 turns.
Look, Metric, I know you're catching this whole hero bug or whatever, but this guy could have just destroyed the world.
I don't think so. I think he just was gonna collapse some empty buildings.
If he becomes conscious again, he's just going to teleport out of here.
I think we got him pretty.
The world is
dead to rights.
safer
More on the dead side.
without him.
When you think
in
about it.
you suddenly get a bleep from Billy that's just like, "Hey, if you guys were like in the middle of any kind of moral quandaries, just know that I trust my boy Rusty to do the right thing."
You see, Metric?
Rusty, I could really use some of that medicine you got.
Why don't you roll wits to see if you see like a first aid kit or something?
All right.
In this guy's last few seconds of life on this planet.
All right, I rolled a 4, which I think is unmodified. Yeah, just a 4.
Okay. Mysteriously though, it's a 5.
All right.
And you see like across the room there's like just what looks like a minimal, you see the Red Cross sign, which suggests that it might be a first aid kit.
All right, App, get that thing over there to me as fast as possible.
Grabs it with his retractable arm
Right.
so
All right.
fast that it stuns you actually.
Great. And then I start doing the medical thing that I know how to do, I guess, on this guy.
I don't know about that. Don't know about that.
All right, what's in this kit?
Let's see. There's some gauze. There's like a small amount of that tape stuff that's always in those things.
All right.
Some Neosporin. There's 2 Tylenol.
All right, I'm gonna like spray Neosporin all over the gunshot wounds, and then I'm gonna like wrap them up in tape and gauze, like both at the same time. Rusty, you don't
Yeah, that'll
know how
fix
to,
the
like,
internal bleeding.
don't know how to do this, right?
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job there, bud.
All right.
Thanks, Rusty.
I give him the Tylenol.
Okay. I think you're no longer able to detect any signs of life from the villain.
I really don't think Matt wanted this person to be dead.
I mean, this is a story choice.
This is whatever
this way.
happens.
Yeah. So, all right.
Well, I guess we did everything we could. I stand
We
up and
sure
kind of
did.
like dust myself off.
I pat him on the back.
All right, let's go find Billy.
Well, we should probably check out this whole lair.
I mean,
first.
this stuff is basically impossibly complicated. I don't really understand it. I guess I can look around.
We could just unplug it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Where's the power switch in here?
he indicates it with one of his pointing proboscises. It's over there, sir.
All right. Well, do you want to do the honors, Rusty?
All right. I unplug it.
Okay. Nothing terrible happens.
Did the frequency thing go away, App?
Yes, it would appear that the transmissions have ceased. There is no longer any signal being transmitted to or from the devices.
Well, I believe we just saved the day, Metric. I send Billy a bleep that says we just saved the world. What's the hostage situation?
Smash cut.
Back with Billy. What's Billy doing now?
back to Billy.
We're I'm trying to sneak the hostages out through the back.
Okay.
You know how
All right.
hotels have those like creepy ass like hidden hallways behind the scenes? We're going through those.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. I don't think you run into any guards because they've all been pulled away by the huge distraction caused by the gunfight out front.
Yeah.
I will remind you that she still has a bunch of the hostages. But
Well, how much is a bunch? Like,
That's the spirit.
a minority, less than half of the hostages. So, you know.
okay, so I tell them all to go out that way, and then I point to Guy, the first one. I never got his name,
Okay.
and I say, "You got to lead him out, buddy. I got to get the rest of the hostages."
Are you sure?
Yeah,
It's dangerous.
my team is a hero now, and I know the other 2 members would be doing nothing but heroic stuff on their side. So I have to live up to that over here.
So inspiring. and then he leads them away with his chest held high as a deputized superhero for the moment.
All right, and then I go fog for him, and I head back down to see what's going on with my boy Jared.
Okay. You have no trouble finding them because of the sounds of gunfire have continued. And
Is anybody dead?
Jared is lying on his back with several holes burned in him,
Oh no!
and Bartholomew is standing over him, saying, "Aha! You fucked my wife. That's what you get, you son of a bitch."
I thought it was Jared that.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
Where's Maker?
take Giver.
Whatever. Where's
Giver has basically used her people to like surround the area and was planning to use them to like dogpile these guys. You think, but the situation resolved itself before that needed to happen.
So is
And
it?
she's calling out. Go ahead.
So is it just the hostages and her and the corpse of poor Jared and Bartholomew?
and Bartholomew, yeah, and well, actually, there's other guards, but they're like hanging back because they're not sure what's happening. They're just kind of looking around the corners. So it's a pretty intense situation in here, actually.
Oh no. Well, I got to do my best.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
Did you say she was calling
Yeah, what's she doing?
Someone or
Right now, she's saying, Bartholomew, why would you shoot Jared? What's gotten into you? Did someone do this? Is someone here? Did someone get past you?
What does he say?
No. I just found out that Jared needed to die. That's what I found out. So I did it. I'm really confused. And then she's like, God damn it. All right, everyone, be on the lookout. I think there's someone here. Hostages, hold the weapons to your necks. Like, get ready to kill yourselves.
Shit. All right, I'm going to try to fog her again.
Okay. Remember that every time you succeed against someone, you get a +1 for the subsequent roll.
Yeah, I do. So I got a 5.
And that's what's your +1?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's mysteriously a 6, though?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Okay.
So now I'm going to tell her that, her buddy Taker called her and said to release the hostages.
Okay, all right.
And if she needs to follow up on the legitimacy of this claim, she can check to see if the device is on. Wait, no, I wouldn't know that. Damn it, I can't say that.
Okay. All right. So she, wavers where she's standing for a second, and then she's like, "What? No, that's not part of the plan. Why did I agree to that? Why did I do it? What? Our hostages, guys, everyone, calm. Okay. I want you to walk out the front doors. Once you're out the front doors, drop the golden tickets, and have a nice day. Guards, follow me. We're leaving out the back exit. Weapons ready." And then basically that's what happens. All the hostages start shambling like cattle toward the front door, and then her and her henchmen with their weapons head toward the back door. And they're moving pretty quick, actually. So you would probably even have a hard time keeping up with them, because I think you can only walk in this form.
Yeah, I'm not following them.
Okay.
Unlike my friends, I don't murder people.
Okay.
Jared,
all right.
he doesn't
Good.
count.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so all the hostages are out, and then is the place surrounded by cops and stuff?
Yeah.
Just tell me it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like, what? How? Who? And then the doors to the hotel blow open, they're pushed really hard, and Billy materializes and walks in slow motion in a victory stance towards the front of the hotel.
Beautiful. And all of the cameras see you.
Yeah, and they're all
Broadcasting this back to the High Rollers headquarters.
fuck. Well, he wouldn't think of that. The name's
course.
Brain Fog. I'm a hero, and I just saved the money.
The music swells, and then we cut back to the PRT HQ, unless you guys had something else you wanted to do with the various crime scenes that you've created.
is there any loot or anything?
Oh yeah, can I raid the Tinker office?
There's probably quite a lot of stuff that you could easily snatch. I'm just gonna say you take carte blanche, and then we'll figure out what exactly you got for next time.
All right, sounds good.
And
All right.
yeah, I think that's
So we guess we go back to the Protectorate headquarters.
Seems reasonable.
I think we're pretty good heroes,
Did
actually.
such a
No.
great job.
They have you all together in the room. Paragon and Radiant are standing in front of you.
What do their faces look like?
They're just baffled and deeply disturbed, and Paragon looks slightly upset, in an emotional way, like you can't tell, it's there. He might be about to cry, but you're not sure. And he's like, Okay. What happened back there? This is a debriefing. We need to know what you did.
Who wants to go first?
Well, let me explain the situation. We interrogated the captive in a humane way, which left no lasting detriment to his person, as you can see. And he explained to us the nature of the plan. Now, the plan was to deploy a series of metallic cylinders to eliminate portions of things, and we didn't really understand it, to be honest. But a lot of people were going to die, so we knew we had to act fast. So Brain Fog entered the hotel, where he went up to the hostage room and convinced a lady in a green jumpsuit named Giver
Maker.
named Giver to just let everybody go. And they all left, and Metric and I, using our powers of scientific deduction, found the source of the signal controlling all of the devices, whereupon we encountered a cape by the name of Taker.
Who was neutralized?
Slightly insane. He shot at us first, and knowing my rights as a United States citizen, I stood my ground and I fired back, which unfortunately had lethal consequences. We then unplugged the device, neutralizing it and saving an entire city's worth of people.
Wait, how is...
So close. So close to being something that we could actually release to the press.
Suicide Squad?
Why couldn't we release this to the press?
How many conversations have we had about the gun? Okay, not many. But look, you can't have a gun as a protectorate. Okay, let me start over.
I'd like to say,
the police all have
as
guns,
a
don't they?
citizen of the United States, I am allowed to carry a firearm, which was concealed. And while I may or may not have the proper permit for said gun,
Okay, I need to. Excuse me. He walks out of the room.
I love that our, it's just frustrating people. That's
So Radiant says, "Well, I'm grateful. I think I've misjudged you all, even you, Tex, despite the homicide. I'm not sure what your game is, but you did the right thing today."
Here's the thing. Only bad people died today, Radiant. And how many were saved? Now, how many people have you saved in the last 20 years?
She's quiet and looks perturbed.
You might think this whole cape thing, I'm talking seriously now, is all fun and games. But these powers have the potential to kill thousands of people, even the world. You think about that.
You've definitely given her something to think about. So Paragon comes back. You see that there's some water on his face and his hair on the front of his costume, as if he's gone into the bathroom and splashed water on his face to calm himself down. And he says, "All right. Thankfully, only one of you has a truly horrific criminal background, and the other two we could probably smooth over as youthful indiscretions. So, as a gesture of good faith, we're going to let you walk out of here. My superiors aren't going to be happy about it, but I'm making the call. If you really want to work with the Protectorate going forward, then you can contact us through less sensationalistic means, and we can work something out."
Well, I don't know if you noticed before, but my associate here left a couple of small devices that he likes to call bleepers.
Yeah, they're great. Did you see my bleepers?
No.
Ah.
Well, just so you know, you can contact us on those bleepers anytime there's a situation that needs to be handled in a efficient and competent manner if you find yourself in your usual state of impotence and unable to to properly manage the situation.
All right, don't push your luck.
Also, I would like to remind everyone that there's several criminal organizations that might want to kill us. So if you have some kind of safe area for perhaps a probationary ward member, that would be great.
Well, that's a whole separate conversation. You think that these criminal organizations are actively trying to kill you? I thought you were part of this criminal organization. Is this why you came in? I guess we never really talked about that.
Well, the thing is, Mr. Paragon, sir, we've never actually been criminals this whole time. You see, we've been positioning ourselves inside the organization in order to take it down from the inside.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. You're good try though.
Well, all right, it was worth a shot. We'll be seeing y'all
Okay.
around.
So they let you walk out, and as you walk out of this room that you were in, you see standing against the wall in the hallway outside the room is a young woman wearing a faux tinker-looking bodysuit with a small little laser pistol on her hip, kind of folding her arms and looking and watching you walk past her.
This isn't Hex or anyone we know?
It's Hex.
Oh, it is Hex.
So you three saved the day, huh? That figures.
Yep.
Yeah, it certainly does, Hex. Sorry I didn't have time to take you up on that pool tournament that you invited me to last time.
Yeah, maybe
While
some
I
other
was here.
time. We have a pool table downstairs, but I don't figure you have time for it.
Oh, we probably do.
She like looks at her wrist, which doesn't have a watch on it. Actually, I have an appointment.
Oh,
But I guess I'll be seeing you boys around. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I'm sure we will.
well,
Did you
never been in trouble before.
I guess you guys had a little easier time of it than usual. She says cryptically, and then she pushes off the wall and walks away.
Wait, what does that mean? Hello? Why does everyone always walk away while I'm talking to them?